it's Robbin McManne here. If you've been struggling in your parenting for a while, you might feel like it's too late. Maybe you've tried some things and they haven't worked. Maybe your child's in therapy. You've done all the things that you think that you need to do, and you don't have the relationship that you want. And you just think, yeah, it's too late. It's not too late. I want you to know that it's never too late. And I'm going to talk to you about how to repair a rupture in your relationship with your child, with your kids, if there is one there. The purpose of this video is to give you hope and give you tangible ways to reconnect with your kiddos. Why? Because it feels good. It feels like home. And it's what we all want as parents, is to feel that deep bond with our child. And it doesn't feel right when we're not in connection with our kids. So I'm going to show you how to do that exactly. While you're here, please take a second to like this video, subscribe to my channel as well. It really does mean the world to me. I really appreciate it. And I'm committed to giving you and posting videos every week that are here to help you to get to the other side of any struggles or any frustrations that you have in your parenting. And look, if you've got a strong-willed, difficult to parent child, that's a kiddo that has big emotions, that maybe is really dysregulated. It was really just tough on you and tough to parent. And oftentimes you're walking on eggshells around this child because you just don't know when the next meltdown is going to be, the next argument, the next blow up. It's really tough and it wears you down. And I'm here to help you with that. I have a kiddo just like that. I know what it's like. And I have been there. I have been there where I felt like it was hopeless. And I'm here to tell you that there are ways that I can help you out so that you not only don't feel helpless anymore, you feel confident in every parenting decision that you make, in everything that you do, and you're not worried about your child's future, about what this decision means for the future. You know that what you're doing every day leads to your child thriving. Feels really good. Here is an example of a couple that I worked with who joined me in my course and with my coaching. Here's what they had to say. Here's Kim and Aaron. So Kim said, my husband and I had the pleasure of working with Robbin. Initially, my husband was quite skeptical about the process, but we both realized that while we were confident in our parenting style, there's always room for improvement and things to learn. The course was informative, but working with Robbin took it to a much deeper level. Robbin was able to tell where we could dig deeper and move beyond our comfort level. Robbin was such a warm, caring, and thoughtful person that both my husband and I felt very comfortable opening up to her, knowing that she had our best interest at heart. Being open to this process with our children about what we were working on has improved the communication within our family tremendously. I would highly recommend working with Robbin to all parents. She gave us the tools to navigate through the varied situations that arise each day in parenting. I just want to say that in this video and in every video that I do, there's a link to book a call with me. And it really is truly my honor. If you book a call to talk to me, I am there for you. I will be there for you without judgment, without criticism. I know what it's like to struggle, and I know what it's like to sometimes feel hopeless. And I'm here to tell you that there is a new, different, and better way. And I would love to show you that way. So book a call with me. All right. Let's talk about our relationship with our kids and really repairing a rupture in our relationship. And I want you to know that it is never too late. And I remember when I first started on this journey, my kids were past 5 years old. And I say that because I have heard all of the reports and all of the statistics about how your kids' fundamental years are those first 5 years. And that's when they really grow their personality. That's when they really become who they're going to be. And that is when I was the most angry. I was the most angry, the most frustrated, and I yelled the most. And I thought, great, it's too late. And when I started working with my parent coach, she said, okay, well, are you ready to let that go? I said, no, I'm not ready to let that go. Why would I be ready to let that go? And for me, it was really the truth until I learned that it's never too late. Sure, those years are important, but they're not the end all be all, that our brain can grow and change at any time. And you can always repair a rupture with your child. Maybe you're watching this and you've got toddlers. Maybe you're watching this and you've got teenagers. Maybe you're watching this and you have adult children. No matter what, I have worked with people in every single stage. And I can tell you that you can repair your relationship with your child, and it's absolutely never too late. And so it's inevitable that you're going to have disagreements and arguments and conflict in your relationship with your child, with every person you have. It's normal, it's natural, and it's to be expected. Dr. Dan Siegel actually talks about what I'm about to talk about, which is rupture and repair. And he talks about it in Parenting from the Inside Out. This book has been around for a long time, and it's one of the books that I always go back to in my own coaching and in my own parenting. It's a fantastic book. And so, what he really calls this breakdown is a rupture. And parents often have different desires and expectations and different agendas. And that might not be aligned with what their kids are going through and what they really want. And so that is where communication breaks down and where we have conflict. So this rupture, if you call it, is really when we're not on the same page with our kids. And maybe we're running our own agenda. Maybe we're not really listening to our kids. And that's happened over years and years. And maybe you have a greater understanding now of why your kids act the way they do and how to communicate with them. But you're starting from a place where maybe your child doesn't trust you. Maybe your child doesn't believe in you. Maybe your child doesn't want to cooperate with you because they've been burned before. So we want to start in a really intentional way. And there are 6 steps that I'm going to outline here on how to repair the rupture with your kids. And I'm going to talk to you about them at a really high level. If you do want to go deeper into this, then I would really love it if you joined one of my groups. I have moms and dads who want to yell less, and also working moms with strong-willed kids. There's 2 Facebook groups. You'll see the links down below in the description, and you're welcome to join. And then we can have a conversation online. And of course, you can always book a call with me. So don't forget to do that too. So Dr. Dan Siegel talks about this repair of a rupture as connecting the divide, right? Because we're far apart and we want to come together. And so the first thing that you want to do is really recognize there is a divide. And then you are going to connect with your child at a time that makes sense. And a lot of times we do it in a confrontational way, like, you need to come here and I got to talk to you right now. Or we force sort of a face-to-face kind of a conversation. And actually, it's much better if they're side by side. Maybe when you're driving in your car and they're in the back seat, or they're beside you, or you're eating dinner or lunch or something like that, where it's not so formal. And from there, you are really connecting with them and you're recognizing that, look, there's a divide here and I need to apologize. So I'm going to start by apologizing for my part in it. And this is important, but it doesn't end here, right? This is not the end of the conversation. It's really the beginning of the conversation. So once you've apologized for the part that you've played in it, and maybe it's like, look, I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to understand you when you were really struggling. I'm sorry that I made it about me and it was actually you that needed the help and support. And I just didn't get that. And whatever it is, you want to own your part of it. And then you want to share your feelings and you want to come from, I feel statements, not you made me feel. But this is not a place to shame. It's not a place to blame or criticize. It's really just, I have been feeling really stressed out. I've been feeling really low lately. And I've felt a little lost lately. And that's why that's why I acted the way that I did. So you are recognizing that there's a divide, connecting with your child, apologizing, and then explaining your feelings. This is where I'm coming from. These are my feelings. And then you go and you want to ask your child about their feelings. And this is where you need to listen and not judge them. In the last video, I talked about how to end an argument. And it's where you really let your child say all the things that they need to say without interruption, without adding any fuel to the fire. This was my last video. So this is the same thing that we're going to do here is you're going to say, I wonder how this felt for you. I wonder what was going on with you during this time. How are you feeling? And that's when you really are going to start to listen to what's going on with them. And look, this is obviously age appropriate. Some kids are going to be able to just tell you one or two words, and maybe older kids can tell you a lot more. But your child might surprise you, and you are just there to validate that they feel that way, even if you disagree. This is not an invitation for you to start taking each little thing that they say and diving into it and arguing with it. You're just going to listen to it, and you're going to repeat back what you heard them say. Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is this, and you were feeling this. Do I have that right? Yeah. Okay. I see now how I missed the mark. And this is also where next you can talk about needs, meeting needs for each other. The reason why I got so upset is because I really had a need for cooperation, but I recognize now that you really had a need for play. I get it. Or I needed cooperation and you really needed connection with your friends. Okay. Okay. I can see that now. And so you're exploring any unmet needs that they may have, that you may have, and that you were on different pages with each other. And the next thing that you want to do is come to a solution. Like, let's talk about what we can do from here. How can I support you? What do you need from me in order for us to have a better relationship? What would help you? And you're just going to listen to what it is that they need. If they just say one or two words, tell me more. Tell me more. What do you need? How can I support you? You might be coming to this feeling vulnerable. That's okay. You just really want to be honest, and you really want that the action that you're going to take, you're really going to do. You don't want to say, yeah, okay, I'll do this, and then not do it. You want to create a plan of action. Like, okay, so here's how we're going to work this out moving forward. And this might not be the first and only conversation that you're going to have. This might go on a couple of times before you really get in. It depends how big of a divide there is. If it's really big, you might have to start in baby steps and just keep checking in with your kiddo. You might have to sort of break things down by doing something kind for them, or getting through speaking their love language instead of your own. There's a lot of different ways that you can get there, and this is really the road to it. And it really is making sure that you don't stop with the apology, that you start asking about how they're feeling, how you're feeling, and then really honoring where they were at the time that this divide was created, and then going to find some solutions that you're both going to follow through on. So I really hope you found this helpful. I really hope you found it hopeful, because there absolutely is a way for you to get back on track with your kiddos. And if you need more help with this, don't forget, book a call with me. I'm here for you and I want to help you. It's my greatest joy. I love this. I love doing this. I love helping you through these troubled waters. And while you're here, you might want to check out my podcast, which is Parenting Our Future. All of my episodes are here on YouTube, and you'll be able to find topics for anything related to parenting, as well as topics and subjects that are related to different ages. And if you don't already know this, I have tools from each one of my guests in the Parent Toolbox. And the Parent Toolbox is www.parent-toolbox.com. And it is a library of free resources, handouts, one-pagers. There's books in there. There's all sorts of really delicious things in there. And we've categorized some of them into strong-willed kids, into co-parenting struggles, into teenagers, into toddlers, into bad behavior, all different things. So you can go and have a look at the latest and greatest. You can also look at the library that we have, and really, really invite you to do that. And don't forget to watch this video next. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being the kind of parent who really wants to have different outcomes in your parenting. Thanks so much. See you next time. Bye for now.